Hello and welcome to Brimwood Farm. Now you might realise that I haven't been on YouTube for a couple of months. So coming up, I've got the reasons why and also some exciting farm updates. So I guess there's really two main reasons why I haven't been here. The first is that we've obviously been in the middle of a big life change. So leaving our jobs, selling our house, moving to the land, and that has taken up a lot of time and a lot of effort and has kind of contributed to the second other reason, which is mental health. And I'm going to talk about that later in a few weeks' time, maybe in another just kind of mental health video. I had a bit of a breakdown, and so I couldn't barely get out of bed, let alone make a video, but I'm much better now. And the other thing is the house sale and the moving. So we sold our house. That was the last video that we did. We sold our property, was really excited. So we geared our whole life around selling this property. We both left our jobs. We took out a rental property just 5 minutes down the road from here. We got the contracts for the house sale to sign, and then the buyer pulled out. Now in the UK, there's no consequences for a buyer pulling out. There's no deposit they have to give. They don't lose anything other than a few hundred in solicitors' fees. So by this time we had both quit our jobs. We'd taken out a tenancy. Luckily, we had enough money saved to have paid that for 6 months, so we don't have to worry about that. But we still got a mortgage. We still got now 2 sets of bills to pay, no jobs, and in the middle of a move. So that was super stressful. Really was super stressful. But now, luckily, we have sold our house again. So please, everybody, keep your fingers crossed that this time it goes through. So we're trying to make the best of it. Also, my mental health, as I referred to, I am on some medication now. I'm feeling a lot more positive and able to push forward with things. So we're not really as stagnated, which is why I'm going to show you around the farm and a few exciting things that have happened. So first, I just want to cast our eye over the region or the area we are actually in, and it's the Wildflower meadow, and it's looking lovely. Now, a lot of this white is actually thistlehead, which is going to spread all these wildflowers everywhere. They're not exactly the most precious or beautiful of plants, but they're wildflowers. They provide nectar. I need to get better with my wildflowers, but there's some lovely, some of this. Can't remember what, is it cow parsley? I'm not entirely sure. If you know, please tell me. There's still some ragwort. There's still some of this sneezeweed, which is great. And then the main wildflower meadow area itself has kind of set seed and gone to seed, but you can see across the entire rest of the field, it's all full of lovely, lovely flowers and wild plants. So this is ragwort, and there is a very huge anti-ragwort brigade who think it should just be destroyed at all costs because it's toxic. And I do get that. You don't want to feed it to your horses, your animals, because it is toxic, but if you manage it and you keep it on the peripheries of your field, it's fine. And this is why I like it, because it's just full of bugs. We've got these little bugs that are mating. There's loads of sun bugs all over it. And then if we pan down, you've got these amazing caterpillars. So these are the cinnabar moth caterpillar. Look how cool they are. Why would you want to destroy ragwort when it's the food source, the primary food source for these amazing tiger striped caterpillars? So I am pro ragwort, as long as it's obviously not covering your fields, but we don't need to rip it all out. We can manage it and just make sure it's not uncut and dried and it doesn't end up in hay, but it is a vital plant, wildflower, that is needed, because especially for these tigers. Now, one thing I need to tell you, and this was and kind of a contributing thing to the mental health spiral was all of those trees that I put in, or the vast majority, probably about 70% of those trees that I put in last winter, they all died. We have had an unseasonably dry spring, and we had lockdown, so I couldn't even come and water them. So the lack of rain and then not being able to come up and water meant that I have lost the vast majority, which is so gutting, and that really killed me. But now I'm feeling better, and so we're just going to replace them all again this autumn, and we're going to start over. So it will be fine. So let's go on to the next little area. If you are a patron, I did a poll a few weeks ago about what you want to see, and I'm going to write up some very profiled area plans, kind of guides to Brimwood Farm, and so the Wildflower meadow, for example, when it started, why it started, how we did it, how it's evolved. And there's going to be bits of those for all of the areas. So if you're a patron, make sure you check in on Patreon now and then to check on those. So this is the entrance to the Wildflower meadow, and I'm creating this buddleia grove, so butterfly bushes, and I'm going to cloud prune it so you have trunks and then you have all the flowers above. Now at the moment it doesn't look like much because we haven't got a lot in, and what I do need to do is I need to come in and trim this all down so we can see the plants, but I have put in some of the cuttings that I've taken. There's one here, and you can see they are producing flowers. So I think I've got 6 plants. I've got one there, I've got another one here. My 2 bigger ones are here, and they are in flower, and there have been butterflies on them, which have been great. There's another one here, and then there's another one in there, and then there's another one over there. So I need to take some more cuttings and create some more flowers, but on the whole I'm super happy with how they've done, especially considering we've had this drought. I've just about managed to keep them alive with watering them every couple of weeks when we've come up. And last time, if you've been on Instagram, you'll have seen that butterflies are using them. So I'm really excited how this area is coming together. So the next one is the market garden. Now we've had to put the market garden on a bit of a back burner because realistically we're into August, we're not going to get any seasonal crops out. We will do a little bit of winter veg just for us, and we'll get basically the most of the infrastructure done during the winter, so we're ready to roll in the spring. We have had the soil delivered though. So this is organic mushroom compost, and this is when it arrived. Here it comes. Oh my god, that is a lot of soil. It's not moving, is it? It will. It'll go in one whoosh, I reckon. Yeah, there's 1 barrow load. There's 2 barrow loads. There's a bit more.
You need to shake it.
I want to see it all whoosh down. Blimey. Oh, it's coming, look.
There we go.
How is it holding on? There's going to be a big landslide. Whee! Oh my god.
Look at all the fats. Get nice and...
Look at all the steam. There's hot compost.
Should I stay next to it?
Well, not quite yet. I don't want you flattened. Is he stuck? Wowzers. Wow. I gotta move that by hand.
How do we get out?
Yeah, we'll have to go through the wood. And then this is the state of the current market garden. So you can see nothing's really happened. And what we're going to be doing is as I've said before, creating this no-dig garden. So I've trimmed this little sort of tester section here. We'll put loads of cardboard down, and then we'll be barrowing 29 tons of compost across. This is about 50 foot wide, so we're going to have the 50-foot beds, and then we're going to go all the way down here. But that's a project that is going to be a hard and hot project during the winter to keep us warm, but it will get there. And then the final project, and probably the one that looks the best and is most exciting for us because it feels like we've actually got a move on, is the Pheasantry. Now, if you remember a couple of years ago, behind me was literally a dense thicket of blackthorn shrubs. You couldn't even get in there. And we've slowly worked away, and Sard has felled a lot of trees and cleared it out to get the canopy open and let the light down. And we finally got the aviaries in. So let's take you in so you can have a look. They have been absolutely fiendishly difficult to put together. Because they came with basically no instructions, and they are all different sizes within kind of a few centimetres, but we've got a run of 3. So this is where the Pheasantry is going to be and where the pheasants will live. So we've got an aviary here, an aviary here, an aviary here, and the idea is that you'll have breeding groups in each one. So we'll have a breeding group of reeves in here, which will be Adam and our hens at home, and then a breeding group of pheasants in here, and then possibly another one for the chicks. So we've got the 3. They're really nicely built. They've got these lovely latches. We'll go inside. They're 15 foot by 6 foot. We had a bit of trouble down here with a log stump we just couldn't get out, so we made the decision to cut off the corner, make it like this, and we're gonna funnel all the rainwater into guttering and pop a water butt down here. So actually that would be really good, and then actually in the future we might even be able to sort out a self-watering system with cups and things for the pheasants, which would be amazing. So that's going to be in here, and then I'll take you into the next one. The next one I love because it's got a living tree in it. Sard wanted to keep one in, and he did an amazing job at cutting the roof terrace out. So the roof panel is cut around the tree, and the tree goes up, which I just love. I think it's amazing. So that's this one. So this is a full 15 by 6, and we've got a little stump there, so hopefully that'll grow up as well. We're going to be putting corrugated sheeting on this back end, and it'll funnel down to guttering, as I said, and then we'll probably put some perches in and things as well, which actually I've just noticed Sard doing in the next. Excuse me, Bo. And yeah, so Sard's just putting in a bit of decoration in this one. So really happy with how they're looking and excited to get the birds in. And they'll be the first birds that we've moved up from home, which will be a treat. So I'm really excited about that. So they're kind of 3 of the major updates here. The most exciting being that Pheasantry, and hopefully we'll get those pheasants in really, really soon. The other thing is my colleagues, or my old colleagues at my old work, pulled together and at my leaving do revealed that they have bought me my first rare breed sheep. So I have 1 ram, 1 ewe of Norfolk horns. They're not here yet. I need to sort out their home, and then I'll keep you updated on when they arrive. I've also got 5 weather goats coming. They're going to be my maintenance crew that help me chop through brambles and nettles and eat hedgerows. So again, I need to sort out their housing, and they'll be coming soon too. So videos might be a little bit sporadic over the next few weeks, just as we try and tie everything together. So please bear with me. You can find me on Instagram. I try and update there fairly regularly, and also Facebook, Brimwood Farm's community group. I try and update there regularly too. So check in. But if you like the video, please hit that thumbs up button. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing, and I shall see you again soon.